So we have a recommended topic this week from my friend Kumi, who wants us to talk about favorite horror movies. And I added TV shows because I know shit all about horror movies. I am a pansy.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, what?
So I don't have a favorite horror movie. I'll keep it real. I just don't.
So, okay. Let me just bust on out with it then. Um Big The Shining gal. Big, right? Have you not?
I've read all of those books.
Okay. Well, that's something. Okay, The Shining, love Silence of the Lambs. I don't
Hmm.
I don't really necessarily know if you would call that horror. I mean, I guess so because it is kind of gory in some spots.
Absolutely. That's a
Um,
horror movie. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. I guess when I think of horror, I think like jump scares and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like
um,
Saw and Texas Chainsaw
I
Massacre.
I don't do those. I don't like gore. I don't. I
See,
will
my
say that.
problem is anytime I would watch a horror movie, I would be laughing more than being scared. Now, I mean, when I was a kid, I was this guy as well. You know, like looking through your fingers.
I still do that. I'm like this, but I'm still looking.
But I've never been much for jump scares either, and I have them built into my live stream, which is interesting, by the way.
Jackson can't stand it.
Yeah,
But I also love all the Conjuring and the Insidious movies. I believe I could be wrong that they're made by the same director.
maybe. I think the
Me-
reason why I've never been into horror movies is because my aunt took me to see Cujo um, at the theaters when I was real little. I was probably like 8 or 9 at the time, and Cujo scared the shit out of me. And then I watched the movie again as an adult when all the effects and shit were all outdated and stuff, and I was like, how was I afraid of this? But then Children of the Corn scared the shit out of me as a kid too.
I have not seen Children of the Corn. I remember my mom told me that in Pet Cemetery. I don't when he I don't remember what jumps on top of the boulder. It's been a long time, but something hops up on this big boulder, and she said the moves, and it's like this huge boulder. But I mean, that's old school horror for you. But I love me and my mom. A couple weeks ago, we watched Insidious: The Red Door.
Mhm.
Highly recommend. I love what horror movies get a bad rap for is when they're just jump scares. They don't have a good story.
Mhm. Yeah, I
But
feel you.
I mean,
So TV shows for me, like I've the older I get, the harder it is for me to hold attention on anything. It's so weird. So like TV shows and movies, especially TV shows, they end up being just background noise for me. A lot of times I tend to just go with like reality TV or like true crime. It's because I'm working and I'm not really paying attention to it. But like some
mhm,
of my favorite shows, I love political dramas like West Wing and Scandal and Designated Survivor, Madam Secretary, like shows like that. House of
yeah,
Cards is one of my favorite shows. I love that
I have
show.
not seen any of them. I know about all the shows, but I have not seen any of them.
I mean, I'm just mad at Kevin Spacey for up House of Cards, man. Why did he have to be? I mean, I guess they found him innocent. I don't know what all of that's about. All I know is they fired him from my favorite show, and I feel like they changed the end of it. And I'm sad because the end sucked.
So when you put TV shows on here, I thought you meant horror TV shows, but since you don't like horror, then my answers are changing a little
I
bit.
was just wanting
Uh,
something to talk about during this topic. That's all. I forgot about my experiences with Cujo and Children of the Corn when I was a kid. Golly. All right, we'll skip TV shows for a later one.